Okay, good afternoon everybody and welcome to this media conference with Jordan Pickford. As ever, we'll take a fair balance of questions from those in the room and also those joining us on Zoom, and we'll start with Jess Creighton from Sky Sports News.
Congratulations on the win against Germany, Jordan. You made some crucial saves, not just in that match, but throughout this tournament so far. How would you personally rate your performance?
Yeah, it was a good game, and for me it was a good game. I was in the moment, and yeah, I've got to be in the moment for England, and I felt I was there and making the saves when I've got to, you know, and train hard all week with Marge and the other keepers, and to make them saves on match days pleasing. So yeah, for me it was an all-round performance.
What do you mean when you say you have to stay in the moment?
Yeah, you just got to be ready, you know. Concentration levels have got to be high, and I've just got to be 100% all the way through the game. Sometimes you don't have too much to do. 2 or 3 saves against Germany, a couple of crosses, bit of distribution, but I've got to be concentrated throughout the match.
Is that something that you've worked on particularly, concentration levels?
No, not really. I just fully focus, and just being ready always, and I'm feeling good.
Still not conceded a goal. The only goalkeeper in the tournament not to have conceded, I think. How important is that stat to you personally?
Yeah, for me it's very good, and it's really nice, but it's not just me, you know. It's a full 11, and everyone's working hard to keep them clean sheets, because, you know, tournament football, clean sheets are key, and to just give us a basis of keeping clean sheets will keep us progressing and give the lads up front the opportunity to go and score goals.
Gareth Southgate has shown a lot of faith in you over the years. What's your relationship like with him?
Yeah, it's good. 21s was my first. I remember 21s, he was my manager until he got the job with the seniors, and I always remember, I think it was under 17 Euros in Serbia. I think he was part of the FA then, and I remember him coming to the semi-final against Holland. So I think he's seen a lot of us through the years with going through the age groups, and I think that's a great thing for England, you know, the pathway for us. Everyone's played the youth team for England to get that pathway through the seniors.
There's no denying you've been brilliant in this tournament, but there has been criticism of you before you came to this tournament. Even Gary Neville, someone who's quite high profile still, has tweeted that he's been critical of you when you were playing for Everton, but actually you've been England's standout performer so far in England. How aware are you of the criticism, and does it affect your performance?
Yeah, I think you're always up for criticism when you're an England player, and when you're a professional footballer, really, and it's about just adapting yourself and maturing each day as a person and as a footballer, and becoming the best you can be, working hard off the pitch as well as on the pitch, and just getting the best out of yourself.
You use that word maturity. Quite a few people, I think, have noticed that you have changed perhaps off the pitch, and it's translated to your performances on the pitch. Do you feel like you've matured as a person on and off the pitch?
Yeah, definitely. Having a son definitely helps. You know, that changes your life, and yeah, definitely I feel I have changed. I'm 27 now, so playing a lot more football matches, and throughout your career, you know, the numbers start adding up, and every day is a learning curve. You learn something new, and on the training pitch, being at home, something's always learning. So I think that's the biggest factor for me.
And just finally, how confident are you after beating Germany that you can go and follow that up with a win against Ukraine?
Yeah, you know, beating Germany was a massive game for us as a nation, and massive game for us in a tournament football base. Then we just need to be on our way game come Saturday against Ukraine. We know it's going to be a tough game. Every game's tough, so we'll be ready for Ukraine on Saturday.
Good luck, looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jess. Now we'll jump onto Zoom with a couple from James Savundra from TalkSport.
Jordan, how challenging is it to come down from such a big win against Germany and build yourself up again mentally and physically to reach those same levels for Ukraine on Saturday?
Yeah, it was a massive win and a massive moment for me. Like in my career, to be beating Germany at home at Wembley, so it was a great day, great experience. But at England, we have the best staff in the country at the jobs. You know, we've got the best sports scientists, the best psychologists. So we have all that in place for us to give ourselves the best chance to be ready for Saturday.
I understand that Harry Kane gave quite an inspirational speech in a huddle before the match against Germany. Can you give us any insight into what was said and what he's like as a leader for England?
Yeah, it speaks for himself as a person. How he's brilliant. He's a top lad. He leads on and off the pitch. He does everything properly, and he's great to look up to for us as players. And just a normal lad, but the inspiration, you know, for us when you first come into camps and stuff. He's such a nice lad that it just makes it so easy to fit in as a group if you're a new player coming into the group. And yeah, I can't really remember the speech before the game, but it was definitely got us fired up.
Thanks, James. We'll go back in the room to Ollie Foster from BBC.
Hi there, Jordan. We talked a lot about the history around that Germany fixture, and you've put a lot of that to bed, making your own history. But with these clean sheets, 4 in a row, haven't done that since 1966. We're talking about history again. Harry Maguire described you as magnificent, but like you said, you give a lot of credit to the guys in front of you as well. What is it about that defensive unit that seems to be working?
Yeah, I said in the interview the other day, it starts with Harry Kane up top. You know, the manager and Steve and the staff put out game plans for us to be ready, and for every hurdle we'll come across in the game, we need to be on our A game. If it's pressing, if we can't press, what's the next line? So we've got a lot of messages to take in, you know, as players, and when everyone's working together hard, there's no better feeling than keeping a clean sheet. But it's not just me, it's a full 11 and the lads who's coming off the bench as well. So it is a great team togetherness, really.
And it's a full 26 as well, because Sam and Aaron, they're all working, you know, every day towards making you and putting you in the best possible position going into matches. Yeah,
of course, you know, it's a great, the GK union's great. And it is definitely, we work hard every day, you know, 100%. First volley in with Marge on a morning, you've got to be on your A game, you've got to be ready for it. There's no cutting corners. And yeah, we'll work hard, we'll share the load, and we'll get the best out of each other.
It's a tight turnaround now. You had the best part of a week to prepare for Germany. Really intense, and all that euphoria and atmosphere, and obviously the feel-good factor. You had to get your feet back on the ground very quickly coming back here, didn't you?
Yeah, tournament football. Yeah, it was nice after the group games to get a little extended break, but there's no better feeling playing football, you know, playing football matches on a regular basis. So the quick turnaround, we're ready for it, you know, we're recovered well, we're training again today, training well tomorrow, going into the game Saturday, so we're well prepared for that.
It's a different routine. You're getting on a plane. It's your first away game. You are going to miss those fans, aren't you?
Yeah, of course. We've got to create our own atmosphere then, come Saturday in Rome, which we're capable of doing. But the fans were tremendous the other night and throughout the group stages as well. So I think that gives us that added motivation for the game Saturday to come back to a semi-final with 60,000 fans.
In the short period of time that you've had, what have you managed to do together as a group to look at Ukraine and their weaknesses and strengths? Yeah,
we watched the game, I think, on the way home the other night. So watched them against Sweden. Then we had a team meeting. Had a team meeting this morning and just going through their setup really.
And finally, for me, whenever this adventure ends, hopefully a week on Sunday, in a good way. You're going to have a new manager when you go back to Everton. Just your reaction to that? I know the Rafa Benitez speculation has been hanging in the air for a while, but you know he will be your new manager when you go back.
Yeah, of course. With Carlo going to Real Madrid, you know, it was hard for him to turn the job down. So we knew it was a new manager. And Rafa, the new manager, you've seen his career, the amount of trophies he's won, his desire to win matches every time. And had a phone call. He rang me last night, so it was nice to get to speak to him. And he said, "Enjoy the tournament, do well for England, and see you when I get back."
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Nice one. Thanks. Next, we'll go online to a question from Paul Hayward.
Hello, Jordan. Obviously, you're one of the sort of automatic starters in this team in a way, but it's a notoriously difficult team to pick, and I wonder whether, because there's so much talent in the squad and so many players fighting to get in the team, I just wondered whether the players felt almost a kind of bit of sympathy for the manager having to pick a team in those circumstances. And, you know, if I gave you a piece of paper, how long do you think it would take you to write down your starting 11?
Yeah, I think that's the great thing about us. All 26 of us are already prepared to play, you know, and I think it will give the manager a headache because of the ability we have in the squad and all the talent. But the training sessions were put on, everyone's given 100% all the time, and we're all ready to be called upon.
Thanks, Paul. Next to Dom Smith from englandfootball.org.
Hi Jordan, just a couple of questions from me please. First of all, you haven't conceded for England since that Dries Mertens free kick for Belgium back in November. This is currently your longest run without having conceded for England. Do you feel that you're in as good form for England right now as you've ever been?
Yeah, I feel like I'm in good form and in a good place, so for me it's just about being consistent and keeping them levels high and just keep performing for England, and keeping them clean sheets is always a bonus.
And I just want to touch on the Germany win as well. For you personally, where does that rank in terms of career highlights for you in an England shirt? Obviously there was the Colombia penalty shootout win, which you were very involved in, your first tournament clean sheet against Sweden, the match against Switzerland in the Nations League, and then the Spain game where you were actually involved in a couple of the goals. So where does the Germany game rank? Yeah,
it's got to be a great memory for us, you know. Especially at Wembley with all the fans in the atmosphere, you just got to take that in, you know. Them days with, you know, games against Germany at home at Wembley in a major tournament, you don't get many of them, so you've got to enjoy the moment. But you know, it's a quick turnaround and focused on Ukraine. But I think when I look back at the end of my career, it'll be a good memory for me.
Thank you, Dom. Next we go to Murad Ahmed from the FT.
Congrats on the win, Jordan. Just wanted to ask about another teammate of yours, Raheem Sterling. He really appears to have become a key leader in the team, scoring goals, being vocal on wider societal things like racism and taking the knee. In the time that you've got to know him in the England team, how's he grown both on and off the pitch?
Yeah, I've known Raheem for a long time. You know, I think under 16's Victory Shield, me and Raheem were together in that squad, so I've known Raheem for years, and his career he's been outstanding, and he's just the same lad he was when he was 16, and he's just great to have around the place. He's vocal and he's laid on the pitch, you know, 4 goals now, so he's been brilliant.
Thanks, Murad. Next we'll go to Scott Wilson of the Northern Echo.
Hi Jordan.
Hi,
Jordan, there's been quite a lot said about the atmosphere at Wembley the other night, but obviously those scenes are kind of being played out in pubs and beer gardens and goodness knows what else all around the country as well. I just wondered, to what extent have you had contact with kind of friends and family back home, and to what extent have you seen scenes in Newcastle or in Sunderland or whatever, and kind of know that the whole country's behind you, and you know, and it's not just the 40,000 at Wembley?
Yeah, I've seen on my Snapchats with some of my mates at the games and in the beer gardens and stuff, and it's just nice to see, you know, people enjoying themselves now with the pandemic, and with us performing well, it's giving them an extra buzz, and that's what you want. That's all you want to see, really. Luckily enough, I've had my family and my friends down at the games as well, so I've been lucky to see them at the games and supporting me on. So, but yeah, definitely, I've seen a few of my mates having a few drinks in the beer gardens.
Thanks, Scott. Next we go to Carrie Brown from BeanymanSports.
Hello, Jordan.
Hi.
I know that you won't underestimate this side at all, because you've seen what a Yarmolenko left foot can do. Any surprise to you that he's contributed to goals as much as Shevchenko now in major competitions for this team?
Yeah, playing against him against West Ham, we know his qualities, and I remember a few years ago when I was younger watching major tournament football, and he was playing for Ukraine, and you can see his quality there. So yeah, he's definitely a top player, and we've got to be aware of him, and he has got a decent left foot as well.
Shevchenko's changed formation quite a lot. Gareth Southgate was talking a lot about that week of preparation he had coming up to the last match. How much did that really solidify this group of players in this tournament into knowing what you can all achieve during a match?
Yeah, we've got to be ready for anything. You know, the manager puts the formation and the team out, and we're well prepared for that. And we'll work hard. We take a lot of information in to be the best we can be on the day.
And I'm just wondering, you talked about the goalkeepers union. Did you manage to speak to Manuel Neuer post-match? And have any other goalkeepers been contacting you about what you've been achieving, either senior or at your level?
Yeah, I said I'd ask him for his shirt after the end of the game, and managed to get that and get it signed. So it was nice for me, and it was great to play against him, you know, against Germany as well. So it was a nice moment for me to get his shirt, and I will be getting it framed.
What did he say?
He said well done, congratulations, all the best really. So yeah, it was nice, but obviously he would have been disappointed with the defeat, and so it was different emotions for both of us.
Thanks, Carrie. We'll go next to Mike McGrath from The Telegraph.
Hi, Jordan.
Hi, mate.
Can I just ask, at the end of the games, Sweet Caroline seems to be the soundtrack of Wembley when you win. I was just asking what it's like when you see the families all grouped together singing like that, and also the singer of the song, Neil Diamond, he's now an England supporter, so I was just asking your reaction to that.
Yeah, it's a great song for starters. It's an unbelievable song, and you get to see it a lot at the boxing events, and you see the atmosphere there. So, and then you, like you say there, you see your families and friends bouncing off it at the end of the game after a performance. It gives you added motivation. You know, we want more of that, and it's nothing better than seeing your families enjoy themselves.
Thanks, Mike. Next we'll go to Pierre from L'Equipe.
Hello, Jordan.
Hi.
I just have a question about one of your teammates. Jack Grealish has a sort of special relationship with the England fan. Every time he enters a game, there is this European Championship. It's like Wembley seems to be crazy. And I was wondering, according to you, where does it come from? Is it because of the way he played, because of his personality?
Yeah, I heard that on. I heard that fans going crazy when he came on, and yeah, he's a very talented footballer, and his qualities, and not just Jack, but everyone who starts on the bench. You know, there's that much ability throughout the squad. But I think Jack's a fan favourite.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pierre. And we'll finish the live section with one from Matt Reed of Kick Magazine.
Hi, Jordan.
Hi, Matt.
Fantastic display so far. Really well done. Gareth is undeniably, I think no one's, I'm challenging this now, he's a master of preparation as far as the international football is concerned, and as far as getting this team ready. Have you seen the folder containing however many pages of prep for every single team and every single possibility going into this tournament? Can you describe it to us, and are there many secrets left? Because obviously the more we play, the better we play. Everyone knows more and more about us.
Yeah. I think we've got 4 analysis staff, if not more, so that they work really hard. You know, long hours every day, and big credit to them. You know, Obi and the team, and I think they give the best opportunity for the manager. You know, and for the detail the manager needs, and they put a lot of hours into it. So it's got to be a lot of hard work to them, and credit to them.
But are you conscious that the more you play and the better you play, the more attention comes onto you, that more will be known about the tactics, about the players, about their style?
Yeah, people do a lot of research into any team you play, you know, if it's at club or country. So we're always well prepared for that, you know, and it's about us performing and us being the better side on the night.
Thanks, Matt. Okay, that concludes the live section of this media conference. I want to have a short section which will be embargoed until 10:30.